another day, another dollar. Thank the Lord for another 24. God, I knew that was you, man. Just get back to the crib, Money Monday, man. Just finish up at the gym, man. Having me some breakfast. About to go get my hair cut in a second. But quick correctional officer video. I want to talk about, the turnover rate as far as correctional officers and people who work in corrections. The high stresses of the job and how to deal with the high stress that could potentially come with being a correctional officer. The thing is, when you are a correctional officer, you have to deal with things like, low work morale. It's already a negative environment. You think about the people you're dealing with. You're dealing with some of the worst in society. So that already makes it a negative environment. Then you got to deal with, like I said, the low work morale. We short-staffed in prisons and jails nationwide. So that creates a lot of overtime. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, people get burnt out. You got people, they started off their career. They had that upbeat, positive mindset about the job. Then it's like they work. And it's like their whole attitude changes. Me, I feel like I've been the same way all the way through my 13-year career. And the things that helped me, with having that longevity in this career, not getting burnt out or getting stressed out, is I go in there, I do my job, I come home and I leave the job at work. I leave it at work. The prison is not going to burn down if I'm not out here thinking about work. I leave work at work. I want to live my life. I have a life outside of prison. You have to have a life outside of work. You know what I'm saying? You got to find the shit that you like to do, what makes you happy, what inspires you. For me, I'm big into fitness, so a lot of stuff I do pertains to fitness. You know what I'm saying? I like to go out to eat, my days off. I like to travel, go out the country. So you have to find what it is that makes you happy in life, and you got to find your hobbies and the things you like to do outside of work, because if you come home, and you always got work on your mind, it's going to burn you out, man. It's like you being depressed, or it's like you got 1,000 pounds of weight on your back at all times. You have to learn how to decompress. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, this shit, it'll chew you up and spit you out, man, and throw you to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? This is another thing I see too in corrections. I feel like coworkers, there's a lot of idle time when you're a correctional officer. You know what I'm saying? So people start to get bored, and then that's when bad things start to happen amongst your coworkers, amongst the prison staff. You got shit like workplace drama, gossip mill, rumor mill, people complaining and griping about shit. And a lot of the shit, it be petty shit, man. When you really sit back and look at some of the shit that people complain about that work in corrections, a lot of it be pettiness, man. I'll be like, this is some shit I probably would be worried about in high school. You have to remember now, when you signed up for the job, you took an oath. They laid out everything. HR laid out everything on the desk, that would entail what you have to do as far as doing the job, so you can't say this wasn't what you signed up for, or you burnt out, this and that. And like I say, though, I understand, we short-staffed, so there's a lot of officers that maybe get mandated a lot. I'm the type of person that like to do the overtime. I want the money. I go get them extra shifts. I'm stacking it up. I got goals I'm trying to hit in life financially. I'm taking that money, investing it in the stock market, buying crypto, reinvesting it back into this YouTube channel, paying for promotion on my social media pages so more people can see what I'm doing, what I got, what I'm working on over here, stuff like that. But you got some people, they just want to work their 40 hours and go home, which is cool. I could feel that. I feel that. But the nature of the beast right now is that we're so short-staffed nationwide in prisons and jails. It's like, even if you don't want the overtime, you getting mandated 2-3 times a week. So that could break people down, So I get it, man. But at the end of the day, like I said, though, you just have to find something outside of work to take your mind off of the stress, And if you inside, you got a lot of idle time, You got to find things to preoccupy your time. You know, while you inside, in between your rounds, you know, you make your round on the unit, you know, everything's cool. You go sit back down, you may not have another round on the unit for like another hour. So you figure, you know, you work in an 8-hour shift, a round probably only take, 5 minutes to make a whole round on the unit. You know, you looking for everything, any contraband, inmates in there fighting, trying to hang themselves, stuff like that. Then you go sit back down. So that's probably 30, 40 minutes out the shift. You know, the rest is idle time. So you got to find things to preoccupy yourself. So what I do when I'm at work, you know, after I do what I got to do as far as my job and whatnot, I sit in the office on the unit. I be working on ideas for the YouTube channel. I'm in there jotting down stuff. I got my notebook, you know what I'm saying? I keep me a notebook in my book bag, my work bag, and I just be in there brainstorming stuff. You have to find things that preoccupies your time so that way you don't have a lot of idle time on your hands. You know what they say, idle time is the devil's playground. You know, if you got a lot of idle time, you know, that's where a lot of situations arise in work, where it's like, you know, you got the coworker drama, you got the rumor mill, you got people gossiping, starting rumors, saying stuff about people behind their back. And it'd be a lot of bullshit, man. You be thinking it's like high school or some shit, man, you know? So when I just try to duck all that, you know, I'm trying to duck all them vibes. I don't you know, partake in the workplace drama, the work politics, shit like that. You know, I'm just there to do my job to the best of my ability, get this money and go home. That's it. That's all I be on. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, as far as the turnover rate, you know, people get burnt out from having to work all those shifts. People get burnt out from having to work the holidays, the weekends. You know, even if you did know about it, you know, coming into the job, they probably told you during your interview, they like, you know, these are some of the things that you'll be required to do in order to have this job. You're going to be required to work some weekends. You're going to be required to work different shifts, the holidays, you know, stay over if we short stay. It comes with it. You know, it's not, everybody's not built for it, you know, but this is what I like to do as far as combating that, you know, because even when I do, it be sometimes, man, at my joint I work at, you know, like I said, I like to do a lot of overtime. So my name, we have a volunteer overtime list, and then we have a mandatory overtime list, you know. So my name stays at the top of the mandatory list a lot because I'm already on overtime. I'm volunteering for overtime, you know. But there's sometimes, you know, where I might take my name off of the volunteer list for that day. I'm trying to get out there on an 8-hour shift, you know, and you know, it'd be like the last hour before shift change, and lo and behold, I think I'm about to get out there on an 8-hour shift. Lo and behold, the lieutenant called me, or they hit me on the radio. Officer Smooth, call lieutenant's office. Boom, all right. Call them. They're like, yeah, I gotta mandate you, man, for another 8, you know. I don't even get mad though, man, you know, even if I did have some shit to do, you know, cause I know what I signed up for, you know, I know what I said I was gonna do when I took this job. That comes with it, you know. You can't forget why you signed up for the job, you know. And like I always say in my other videos, working in corrections is not for everybody, you know. Let's just keep it realistic. Everybody can't do this job. Everybody can't go behind that wall and work, you know, amongst the worst of the worst in, you know, society. You working amongst killers, convicted killers, people with life sentences, you know, people that were running major drug organizations, mafia bosses, stuff like that. Everybody can't do that, you know. Go in there and work a unit by yourself, you know, with 100+ inmates, and the only thing they give you is a walkie-talkie, your handcuffs, some pepper spray, maybe a baton, depending on where you at. Everybody can't do that, you know. It takes a special person, you know. But like I said, I remember what I signed up for when I took the job. That comes with it. When you take a job or do anything in life, right, you have to take the good with the bad, you know. And nothing in life is perfect, you know, nothing. I don't care. You may feel like you got the dream cushiest job, you know. Everything has its ups and downs, you know. But like I said, when I get mandated, I don't even trip, you know, because I'm like, shit, I'll get it back, man. I'll get it back on the back end. I ain't tripping. you know? And a lot of the times, even if I was trying to get out there, I don't go about it with a negative attitude. I'm not about to take it out on the inmates, you know, if I got to go to another unit of work or if I'm staying where I'm at. You know, a lot of times, if I do get mandated at the last minute, you know, I call the lieutenant back. I'd be like, hey, Lou, is it cool? You know, I got mandated. Is it cool if I run out, go grab me some breakfast or grab me a coffee? And they'd be like, yeah, I'll get you some relief. You can run out real quick. So boom, I run out, grab me some coffee, you know. I live 10 minutes away from the prison too. So that comes in handy a lot too, man. That's a great situation for me. My last prison, I lived like an hour and 10 minutes away from the institution, you know, when I was living in West Virginia. So I had to ride the van for this over the prison I'm at now. I'm 10 minutes away. So it's nothing for me, you know, to leave work, run home real quick. You know, I can run home real quick, grab some more food, stop at the gas station and run right back to work. Boom. I'm like, cool. Boom. And a lot of times when I stay over it and I get mandated, it'd be such a smooth day. 9 times out of 10, you know, even during the week, I'm like, damn, this shit done went by quick. It goes by quick, you know? So you have to be optimistic, man, and think about the bright side of it. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. I know I didn't want to work today. You know, I was trying to get out of here on an 8-hour shift, but it's all good, man. I'll get it back on the back end. You know, it's just more money on the check. You know, I'm going to look at the bright side of things. I always try to be optimistic about stuff, you know. And if it was like a situation where I knew I had something to do, you know, I had an event or something I couldn't miss, and in me being at the top of the mandate list, I wouldn't even take that chance. You know what I'm saying? I would just go ahead and probably call in sick or, you know, ask the lieutenant the week before, can I get that day off, request that day off, you know? So that's another thing too when it comes to like getting mandated, you know, or I feel like I may get mandated this day, but I have something I have to do. I don't take no chances. If I know I have something, an event or a function I have to do, I can't miss it, you know, or if I do, it's going to be hard to reschedule or I'm going to catch flack if I do miss it. I don't take a chance. I just go ahead and call in, you know, and then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I don't really see a lot of turnover rate, a high turnover when it comes to where I'm at now, working the federal prison system. I feel like most of the people that leave the Bureau of Prison, a lot of them are retiring, you know, or they may go to a whole nother agency, you know, but I feel like even though we are short-staffed, a lot of that's due to retirement. You know, a lot of people have retired within the last 5 to 10 years, so it has depleted the workforce for, you know, prisons and jails nationwide, you know. So I don't really feel like the turnover rate is high. I do, you know, you're going to always have disgruntled employees, you know, this and that. You're going to have people that say they hate the job, this and always got something negative to say about it. I just try to stay away from those people, you know. I don't need that negative energy, you know, weighing down on me, you know, because I actually like being a correctional officer. I actually take the good with the bad, you know. I don't let the job stress me out, you know. It's just like anything in life. If you let it stress you out, if you let it live rent-free in your head, you know, you're going to burn out. You're going to crash out. You know, but then the people that complain about the job, you know, they always got some gripes, concerns, complaints, are always crying about something related to work. They keep showing back up. They keep showing back up every day. So it can't be that bad. You know, I know some people just doing it for a paycheck, this and that. But I mean, shit, if you keep showing, and me, if I feel like I get to the point where it's like I'm just totally unhappy with the job, you know, I feel like my life is as miserable. I dread going into work. I'm like, man, I can't keep doing this shit. I'll probably just end up leaving altogether and going to do something else. That's just my whole mentality, you know? So that's why I don't be understanding when people be crying and complaining about the job. You know, you're going to have toxic coworkers. It's like anything in life. No matter where you are, you're going to have negative people that gossip, people that hate on you behind your back, talk stuff about you at work, you know, amongst the coworkers. It just is what it is. I don't even let that faze me, you know, because this is the thing. That's their opinion. Whatever they feel about me, that's their opinion, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, I'm on a mission too. This is what's helping me too, as far as corrections. I'm on a mission to bring light and, you know, shine light on corrections as a whole, the job, the career, all different aspects of it. That's why I'm doing this YouTube channel. I'm putting all these videos out, to help educate people, to bring more awareness to corrections so we can bring more people possibly into the workforce. That's why I'm doing these videos, So in that, me going to work, doing my shift, my overtime, that's keeping me motivated and inspired to, as soon as I get off work, go to the gym, work out, record my content, my footage for the gym. I'm posting all that on my social media page. Then as soon as I get done, I come home and I'll record a video almost every day for the YouTube channel. So it's like I'm locked in, I'm focused, I'm on a mission. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. I'm trying to blow my movement up, what I have going on over here. So I don't have time, to be focused on negativity, toxic culture, people that's nagging and complaining. I'm on a mission. I don't have time for none of that, man. That's all I'm focused on, is this YouTube channel. I'm taking everything that comes with it. I'm embracing the good and the bad, And this is what I learned too. When bad stuff happens at work, say you get into a fight, you have some words with an inmate call you out your name, cuss you out, anything, you got some words maybe with a coworker or a disagreement. You have to learn how to put that shit behind you and keep on marching forward. Because if you don't, you will have that shit living rent free in your head, right? And you will be so occupied, concerned with that when something else arises in your path, you won't even see it coming. You over here looking, focused on what happened in the past. That shit gonna come and blindside you, knock you right out again, So I just learned, when stuff happens, every day ain't gonna be good inside the joint. I just learned to put stuff behind me. Once I get off of work, it's a new day. Now I gotta focus on tomorrow. If I get into some shit with an inmate or have some words with a staff member, I have to show back up the next day 9 times out of 10, and I probably will see that same person or that same inmate. So you have to have thick skin to work in corrections, and you have to be able to put the past behind you. You know what I'm saying? And I just deal with a lot of shit that goes down in the prison, and I just keep it moving, man. In my 13-year career, I've dealt with all kind of fights, being a first responder on staff assaults, inmates high off of drugs, becoming combative, had to save an inmate's life, found an inmate that hung himself and killed himself, and I look back on my whole demeanor in all of those situations, Yeah, it may have been stressful at the time, the shit may have been hard then, but I learned, when I sit here and I look back, I'm like, yeah, it was, but the next day I was able to move forward. You have to keep moving forward. You can't let shit weigh you down. You can't let this shit hold you back. You got to remember what you're there for. You're there for your paycheck. You're there to do your job, and you're there for your paycheck. Think about what it is you want out of life. You grinding. You in there working behind the wall. You trying to bring a better future to your family. You trying to save for the kids' college fund. You trying to, pay for a wedding, buy your first house, shit like that. You got to think about the positive. That's what you doing it for. That's the only reason when you going there, that's why you going to work for, right? To do your job and whatever goals it is you got out of life. So you just think about that, man. Preoccupy your time with thinking about positive shit. That's what I do. I can't be a negative person. I can't think negative thoughts, because it'll destroy me. It'll destroy everything I'm trying to do in my life. This YouTube channel, my fitness goals, what it is I want out of life. I always put what I want out of life first and foremost. It has to be about you. You can't put nobody else's needs above what it is you want out of life, what makes you happy. Yeah, we got kids. You want the best for your kids, but even your kids, at a certain point, you have to put your wants and your desires in life and what it is you want out of life above everything, or else you'll always be the second. You're gonna take a back seat. I'm not going sitting in the back seat for nothing when it comes to what I want out of life. I'm in the driver's seat. It's my life. And I was born by myself, I'm gonna die by myself at the end of the day, so I have to go after what it is I want out of life, That's my mindset, you know, and the type of mindset I got, I've been this way since I was damn a kid. I've always been optimistic. I've always been upbeat about life. You know, I've always had that mentality that as long as I wake up, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what my circumstances is, my situation, I'm always going to be able to have a fighting chance. As long as God woke me up, I got a fighting chance. So I could get up and I could keep going. Ain't no need to sit around depressed, moping, sad, blaming the world for shit, man. None of that. I don't have time for none of that, man. I got to keep going. I have to keep grinding. I'm on a mission, you know. That's how I'm able to move past a lot of stuff at work, you know, dealing with work stress, you know, toxic culture, negative co-workers, situations that may arise in the prison, being short-staffed, having to work overtime, the weekends, possibly the holiday. That's how I move past that. You know, I look at the bigger picture. I always keep the bigger picture in mind, my goals, you know. And this is another thing, too. You have to sacrifice. You have to make some sacrifices to get ahead in life, you know. So don't go into corrections if you about to start or you a rookie. You know, you may hear people saying bad things about corrections. Oh, you working all those hours. You basically doing time with the inmates. Well, this is the thing, Jack. Anybody that has a 9-to-5 job, even if you're not in corrections, you're doing time there. So, you know what I'm saying? I've never looked at it that way, you know. Yeah, I may do a lot of hours, but I balance it out. I take a lot of vacation. I go out the country and take trips. I go out to eat a lot. You know, I get to go to the gym almost every day, stuff like that. I watch my shows on TV. I get to relax, chill out on the porch, smoke a cigar some days. So, everybody has their opinion about things. You know, I try not to let that affect me and what I'm trying to do. I just try to stay on my lane and do me at the end of the day. You know, that's how I'm winning. That's how I keep staying. I keep getting better. I keep elevating, and it's only getting better. It's only getting better. This is God's plan. You know, I'm just doing what God put me down here to do. Motivate people, inspire, uplift people. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing nothing extraordinary. I'm not doing nothing special. I'm just doing what my calling is, going after what I want out of life, you know. So you have to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel at The Ghetto Bodybuilder. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok at The Ghetto Bodybuilder. I got the merchandise for sale. Shop with me on my website, www.theghettobodybuilder.com. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, you will be all right, man. You just got to go into it. Go after what you want, man. Make the job work in your favor. I've always done that at the end of the day. I try to always make the job work in my favor at the end of the day. As long as I'm making it work in my favor, I'm cool. You know, I do my overtime during the week. I may do like 4 doubles, Tuesday through Friday. Saturday morning, I come in at nighttime. I work night shift. I try to get off on an 8-hour shift, 12 to 8 a.m., and then I'm done for the weekend. I'm chilling, relaxing from Saturday morning all the way to Monday night. I'm cool. I'm relax, go out to eat. I just chill, do me, man. So I make it work out in my favor. I don't let the work politics, all the extra drama, necessary shit, the bullshit. I don't let none of that phase me. I just stay on my lane, control what I can. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any comments, questions, concerns? Y'all got any ideas for future topics for the or ideas for future videos? Drop a comment in the comment box and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Y'all know how we coming. Let's get motivated.